Hey everybody, welcome to the 24-hour marketing mastermind hangout on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just for you guys to know that it is 2 o'clock in the morning my time and I'm wide awake. That trip to Vegas didn't even have any effect on my sleeping pattern whatsoever. I just got back right into the rhythm of it, and I have you guys to thank for it. That's really, really great. Thank you for coming to this hangout. I really appreciate it. Hey Aline, I see you joined us. Ryan, Wade, so good of you guys to join. Really appreciate you guys being here. And hopefully we're going to get through some real nuggets today. I've got a couple of things in mind for this hangout, which I want to share with you. And I also want to talk about the workshop I'm having tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. But there are going to be some things concerning that. I'll speak about it near the end, or hopefully if I haven't spoken about it, you guys can remind me. I can see your guys' comments right over here on the left-hand side. So if I glance to it on the left, please just forgive me. I'm all over the place here. Okay, so I've been getting a ton of questions from people about how to actually get started with Colatu, how to actually go about doing it. What I'm going to be doing in this particular hangout today is covering what you need to do to get started, and a bit more about the intricacies of the actual blog itself, because I know I'm getting so many questions about this. I know Brogna had a few questions, and so did Johan. I just wanted to, so first of all, say thank you for your questions. I really appreciate it. But that's why we have a hangout, so we can actually answer these questions. And I do appreciate the emails that you send me. That's why I have these hangouts, so I can answer the questions that you have. I also do want to just say a warm welcome to Manasa, who's just recently joined the team, Ravine, and Stephen Nelson, Brogna I mentioned. And man, I tell you, some of these names I can barely pronounce. So please forgive me if I said incorrectly. I've got one here. Let me see. OTLOTLNG. Yeah, Longing. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm so sorry if I messed it up. I probably butchered it. People butcher my surname all the time. And Alexander, Dale, and Ulysses. I'm so glad that you guys are still involved and active, and you're trying to figure this out. I want to talk to you a bit about the kind of what this business is really about, and I want to talk to you about what it really takes to make it in this business. I'm just going to cover that for a short period of time, and then I'll get down into the nitty-gritty. But I really just wanted to cover a few things with you, because I feel that it's something that a lot of people don't really get when they get into a business for the first time. And I know that we live in a world today where we have what is called instant gratification. We have it everywhere you look. Instant coffee, instant tea, I've seen. You want something to buy, you just go online, buy it, and it's delivered the next day, for those of you who live in first world countries. Although we do have a service here that delivers pretty much the next day, but it's one company and it's very small. But usually we have to wait like a week or so before we get something. But generally speaking, if you want something, you can just go online and get it. You want to watch a movie, you don't even need to go to the papers now. You just go online, check what's going, and you go and see it. You want to watch a movie online, go to Netflix if you have it. I don't have Netflix, but you can watch something. Everything is so instant today that we kind of programmed into thinking that we're going to get everything at once. And I want you guys to take a different approach. All right. And this is something that's taught in other industries. One in particularly rhymes with Ramway, but they talk about this thing about delayed gratification. And that is something that I believe that every entrepreneur needs to embrace. Okay. Delayed gratification is so important, because as somebody who's building a business, you need to have this in mind. Don't for 1 minute think that we're trying to get you in a get-rich-quick scheme. All right, get rich quick schemes are exactly what they are. They they tell you that you're going to get rich quick, and they don't deliver. All right. Sorry, I probably said that wrong, but they exactly what they're not. It doesn't exist. The only way you're going to get rich quick is if you win the lotto, and few people win that. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that if you're going to build a business, it needs to be done slowly. It needs to be done in a very concise way. And there are three things that I believe needs to be imprinted inside of a business. And the first one is, I think there's three, there might be two, but the first one is you need to have an element of faith. Okay, and I know that might sound all up in the air and everything, but we are created as people with faith. We have faith in a chair that it's going to hold us up. We have faith in the car that it's going to get it from A to B. We just do it because we've seen it so many times done before. We get in the vehicle, we drive it because we know it's true. And a very good example of that is way back in 1984, there was a guy by the name of Roger Bannister who broke the 4-minute mile. Before that, nobody had ever done it before. And when Roger Bannister came along, he did it. And since he's done it, over 20,000 people, including high school, people in grade like 10 and 11, 12 have actually done it themselves. Why? It's because somebody's done it before and they've had faith in the fact that it could be done, so they could do it. All right, you need to understand that this isn't a fast that we're trying to put onto you. This is something that can actually be done. The very reason I got into this was because I followed a guy right in the beginning about 7 years ago named Jeff Walker. Jeff Walker was an inspiration to me. He really had it. You could see this guy was a real deal. And, he lived the life and he showed what he was doing. And I've been following him for almost a decade. And, you've got to be a pretty good liar to make something up. And he did it consistently, just making it happen for himself. He started out with a small list of people and he grew it from there. And I know that it can be done. And that's why I have faith in my ability to do it. I know it can be done. And that's what you guys need to understand, that you need to have faith in yourselves that you can do it. The idea that I've done it, the idea that I've come out of a world that's third world that doesn't allow for me to do things like this, and I've actually gone over that milestone. That milestone means that you can actually do it. Hey Sonia, I see you've just joined us. Hope you're doing well. See you on the leaderboards. You're doing great. Anyway, so the fact is that you need faith to actually build your business. You need to have faith in your abilities, and that's something very important. The second thing you need to have is patience and taking consistent action. All right? You need to have patience and taking consistent action. All right? And that's really at the heart of the business. You ask anybody who's actually built any sort of success in business, they'll tell you the same thing. Taking consistent action all the time is what got them to where they were. When I started off in this industry, when I started to see real change in my business, it was when I was taking consistent action. When I was doing video back in the day, and I was producing a huge amount of videos because I had the faith. I knew it could be done. I decided to take consistent action. And, I was told to do like 2 to 4 videos a day, but I just said, I'm going to do 4 to 6 videos a day. And I did that every single day for a period of, must be about 90 days. And my business just blossomed. And the fact is that it's hard to get there because it's actually simple, but it's hard to get there because you need to be taking the same steps every single day. And I want to illustrate this to you with a very good analogy. And I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Japanese bamboo tree. The Japanese bamboo tree is quite renowned in that It comes in the form of a seed, like a small nut. You plant it in the ground, and you've got to constantly water this seed all the time. And do you know how long you have to water it for? I bet you couldn't even guess. Could you guys guess? Can you guys guess how long it takes to water that seed? You've got to do it every single day. If you miss a day, if you're not carefully tending to that seed every single day, that seed will die. And it takes not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, not 4 years, not 5 years. It takes 5 years for the seed to nurture, to get ready to start to sprout. And after 5 years, it starts to sprout. And then after those 5 years, it takes 6 weeks to grow 90 feet tall. I want you to think about that. You know, you're nurturing this plant every single day. You're watering it every single day. And what do you get? You get nothing. You don't see any results. You think, what is happening? I'm doing this all the time and nothing seems to be working. And I mean, I remember planting, I was growing a Moruga scorpion pepper in my yard here. And it was taking a long time for that thing to grow because I don't think it was in season at the time. And it just took weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I was seeing nothing. And then finally it grew a little bit, and I just waited weeks and weeks. So you can imagine a bamboo tree, a Chinese bamboo tree growing, having to water that for 5 years every single day, making sure that, you know, the soil was right and nothing was hard, and you were tending to it every single day. And then after 5 years, you start to see a sprout, and then 6 weeks later, it's 90 feet tall. And that's like a huge, huge accomplishment. And you've got to think with that in line with business, all right? You know, it may take you a while to get your head around the whole thing. And I've seen people taking years to get results, and I've seen people taking weeks to get results, all right? And it all depends on your time frame, your commitment, how much you really want this. Are you really committed to what you want to do? Do you have a why as to why you want to actually make this business work? And I would suggest that you put up somewhere on a wall something that says something like, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how hard it takes, you're going to make it. You've got to say that to yourself every single day, because believe it or not, saying those things over and over again really gets you going. And I'm a firm believer in that. You know, when I first started, I used this catchphrase, keep on keeping on. And I remember saying this to Ryan, that was the first thing I ever said to him. I said, keep on keeping on. And it was something I kind of said to myself all the time. I wrote in the emails, I said this to people, and it was kind of like a mantra that I just kept on saying to myself. And I do believe that had a positive effect on me, that I would just keep on keeping on and not giving up until I actually succeeded. So you've got to have that. You've got to have those 3 elements to succeed. You've got to have faith in yourself that you can do it, based on the idea that other people have done it as well. If they can do it, so can you. You made up of the same material that they are. You go to the bathroom the same way they do. You do everything they do. What's the difference? You know, a lot of people who are more successful than me aren't as smart as me in areas. And you're kind of wondering why it is they are succeeding. It's because they have the intestinal fortitude to carry on. And if you don't have that, that's the one thing you need, is just that characteristic of carrying on. And you got to reach down and say, you know what, I'm going to do this no matter what. That's exactly how I approach this. And if you've come into this business thinking that you're going to get results in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, a month, 2 months, and you're saying, well, after 2 months I'm going to give up, then you might as well just give up now. The whole idea is you've got to build up momentum. You've got to build up strength. And in that time of that seed growing for that Chinese bamboo plant, the time that it takes to actually nurture that plant, that's going to be your time of learning who you are as a person, learning who other people are as people, learning how to speak to people, learning how to build your business, learning how to know the system, learning how to create content, how to find content, how to do research. That may take time, but you've got to remember that you've got to do it in a steady pace. All right, that's very, very important. And I can give you some tips on how to do that. If you wrote down a list of, like, I don't know, 50 things that you needed to do in order to complete your business. So it may be as basic as, maybe you struggle with English. Learn English better. Or learn how to understand things. Maybe as simple as that. But make a list of, like, okay, what is the system about? Can I explain it to somebody in 10 minutes? Can I actually give an elevator speech where you meet somebody on an elevator, you tell them what your business is about, you get off. Understand the system, understand how everything works, going through those processes. Suddenly you got like 50 things on a list. Then the key thing to do after that is to break it up into threes, because when you break it up into threes, it doesn't seem as overwhelming. And it's kind of like chunking things, so you can accept that. That's actually a strategy I learned from Tony Robbins, when you break things down into threes so you can understand things going. So yes, the magic, or the thing to actually get you going, is that intestinal fortitude of persevering every single day, and believing in yourself, taking consistent action all the time, and understanding that nobody else can do this except you. That's the other part of it. Nobody else can do this except you. Don't ever think for 1 second that the responsibility relies on your sponsor, or the responsibility relies on somebody else. It's all you. All right. If things aren't working out for you, it's your fault. I hate to say this, but that's just the way it is. It's your fault. It means you're not understanding something. So you need to go back to the drawing board and discover what you're doing wrong. And the way that you do that is by networking with other fellow marketers who have the same interests at heart, asking them questions, interacting with them. It isn't just about strategy. Sometimes it's just about understanding certain things. I was in this business for about 6 months, and I still never understood how the business actually worked. I was just taking, as Ryan would say, ignorant action without understanding things. And I was succeeding, but there were parts of it I didn't understand, and I needed to go back and understand that stuff. So that's what I want to say to anybody who is thinking, can this actually be done? Of course it can be done. It can be done. There's no question that you can do it. The only reason that I'm in this position right now is because I just never gave up for 2.5 years. Now, it may seem like a long time, but every single day, it was just one day at a time, like Alcoholics Anonymous, just taking one day at a time and saying, you know what, just let me get over this day. Let me get over this day, and let me build on that. Let me build on that. And you can carry on and really start to see progression in your business. All right. So please don't be discouraged. If you don't understand something, that's why we have a hangout, so you can ask questions. That's why we have ways that you can interact with us in the 24-Hour Marketing Mastermind group to ask questions. It doesn't matter how stupid they are. There are no stupid questions. Only stupid people who don't ask questions. All right. So I hope that I've made that abundantly clear. All right. I hope that you understand that. And what I'm going to be explaining to you in this hangout is going to be incredibly obvious to you. It's going to be something that's going to make, oh, okay, that actually makes sense. But sometimes we need to push in the right direction. Sometimes we just need to be shown what to do, so we can carry on from there. And what I want you guys to understand is that the internet is your friend. Google is your friend. YouTube is your friend. All right. A lot of the research that I was doing in setting up this hangout, some of the things I didn't actually know myself, and I had to go and look it up on YouTube, because I understand that YouTube is my friend. If I don't know how to do something, I go to YouTube. And that's what you need to get under your belt. And you may think that's obvious, but it isn't really, because I can remember when I was first learning computers, I would always go to my brother to ask him a question. I would say, what does this do? What does that do? And he was like, can't you just go to Google? Can't you just go to YouTube? And I don't know why, but I never flipped the switch on that. I never realized how simple it was. So yes, that's what I want to talk to you about. Now I'm going to be going into my computer, I hope that made sense. Does that make sense, everybody? Thank you, Jennifer. I really appreciate it. Hey, Joe McKenzie, I see you. Thanks, buddy. Keep on keeping on. Appreciate it. Thanks, Aileen. You guys are absolutely awesome. And for those of you who are not making comments, that's fine too. It's just that we encourage you to make comments because we want to encourage interaction. That's part of growing as a business. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. I'm not claiming I know everything, but I will give my honest answer to what you have said. All right, so I'm going to my computer, and there's nobody. I just need to know if you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to share my screen. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. Gee, I nearly closed the screen out. Okay, there we go. Yes, Aileen, that is something I want to cover. All right, so as you guys can see, I'm not making this up. If you guys can see this, can you guys see this? Hey, Carl, great you can make it, man. Missed you, buddy. I got to catch up with you sometime. But hopefully you guys can see this. I'm not making this up. As you can see, I get sales virtually every single day. And that is primarily because I make a lot of videos, and that is a strategy I'll be teaching tomorrow. But you need to be all in to actually get that training from me. Not because I'm being mean or anything like that. It's just that whenever I provided the training for free, nobody really takes action. And a long story short, if you want to be able to learn how to do that, and it's very effective, believe me, it is. I'll teach it to you, but you need to be all in. All right, that is that's a condition of that. But don't fret or anything like that. It's not like it's the end of the world. It's just one strategy. There are plenty other ways that you can get use like this. These are also from my blog that I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, great. Thanks, Joe. All right, so what I want to show you guys something here. Now, this is the back office of Empower Network. And I cannot stress this enough. When you get started in Empower Network, you have to go through this access level up sequence over here. All right, you need to go through that. And the reason you need to go through that is because that is going to explain the business. Now, if you've gone through it once, and now you say, well, I still don't understand it, then go through it again. This is what I mean. You need to go over it again and over it again. I cannot stress that enough. People still ask me, how does the business work? Go to that follow-up sequence and watch those videos. Do you know how many times I watch those videos? Man, if it was a record, it wouldn't be able to play anymore. I watched it all the time until I understood everything. So you need to go through that level-up sequence. All right, this is what I mean by doing research and filling your mind with the correct stuff so you understand how the business works. The next thing you need to do is to complete the Fast Start training. This is so important. Now, as you might know, it doesn't have a tick here. That's because I've gone through the Fast Start training before, and I'm going through it again since I've updated the system. But that's got some immense stuff in there. That also explains the business, and it defines being all in. It defines all of that. So you need to go through that. And then, of course, when you get in this, you've got to set up your business. All right. Now, when I say set up your business, you've got to get something set up called an autoresponder. All right. Now, if you don't know what an autoresponder is, I'm just going to go through here, as Aileen pointed out, the walkthroughs. An autoresponder is, it puts your business on autopilot. All right. So let me just get back to my video screen. Okay, so an autoresponder puts your business on autopilot. When you have your business and somebody goes to your offer, any offer, okay? But with Empower Network, let's say they click on the banner and they go to your offer and they fill in the email address. That email address is going to be put in a database, and an autoresponder is going to take care of that. Now, what the autoresponder does is it sends out emails to your subscribers, all right? So they're called follow-up emails. And you have a lot of different campaigns, and these campaigns are kind of grouped. So you have your leads list, and then you have your buyers list, and then you might have another list for something else. But basically, an autoresponder will organize all your leads, and you can have a follow-up campaign that runs for 30, 60, 90, 100 days. And every day they might get an email from you that you've set up in your autoresponder. Now you have to get that set up inside of your business. And if you don't know how to do that, I want to show you this. All right. If you don't know how to do that, you need to go through this walkthrough sequence. All right. So it's going to talk about general walkthroughs. All right. So you're going to have access to event information, access to support widgets. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to look for the one that says, let's see, marketing walkthrough. There we go. Aweber integration, leads and email campaigns. GetResponse integration, leads and email campaigns. Watch these videos. Whatever autoresponder you use, whether it's GetResponse or Aweber, I use GetResponse. I used to use Aweber. I don't anymore use GetResponse. Watch that video. It can't be more simple than that. And if it doesn't make sense to you the first time, watch it again and again and again. I don't care if you watch it 20 times. The more you watch it, because you will never pick up everything the first time you watch a video. It's so funny the way that works. I listened to a video today and I listened to it, I think, 3 times. I picked up something new every single time I watched it. You've got to watch those videos. That will show you how to set up your GetResponse, all right? You make sure that that is set up and follow the instructions on it. It will tell you exactly where to go, how to set up your GetResponse campaign. Everything will be sorted out through these walkthroughs, all right? And that goes for anything else. You know, how to add an affiliate ID to your promotions, how to add lead capture sales links to your blog, how to, you know, becoming active in contests, blah, 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 how to set up pixel tracking. All of that stuff is in this section. All right, you want to make sure that you go through those walkthroughs in setting up your business. All right, I hope that makes sense. Did that make sense? Okay, great. Now I'm going to be talking about the blog. All right, once you have your business set up, you click on this button right here. I was asked this question by so many people. How do I get my blog set up? Well, you click on this button right here, and once you click on that button, it's going to take you to a place where you set up your blog. I think it's in 3 or 4 clicks you set up already and you're ready to blog. So you're going to be given a name. So what if your name is John Smith? So you'll be able to choose a URL like buildingabrandonline.com/your name. And that'll be set to you. You can't change it. Once it's set up, that's it. And then your blog will be set up. Now I'm going to show you what mine looks like so you can get an idea. Great. Okay, so here's my blog. And I want you to notice something. Here it says buildingabrandonline.com/the 24-hour marketer. This is my login. Now, when you set up your blog for the first time, you are going to get that particular URL, buildingabrandonline.com/24, whatever you called, and then it'll be your post over here. And what I would suggest you do, maybe in the first couple of days or weeks, you want to play around with that, but I would suggest you get a domain name. Where do you get one? I use GoDaddy. I don't know which one you want to use, but I use GoDaddy.com. Go and buy yourself a domain. And the reason I say that is because you need to do something called domain mapping, okay? And what domain mapping is going to do is it's going to take your domain, whatever it's called. Mine's called, you can see it says the the 24hourmarketer.com. That's my domain name. So you might mean johnsmith.com, and you've got to map that domain. Now, if you don't know how to map it, and what you're doing when you're mapping it is you're actually taking that buildingabrandonline.com / your name, and you're mapping it to your domain name. So when people go to your domain name, it will go straight to that URL, and it will be branding yourself. And that's the thing you need to understand about business too, is you need to brand yourself. So think of something that you want to choose. I have branded myself the 24-hour marketer because my strategies work 24 hours a day, and I've branded myself that. And if you don't know how to do that, watch the video. The video will explain to you exactly how to do it. Just follow the video. And as I said, watch it once, watch it twice, watch it 10 times until you understand it. You want to brand yourself, okay? It's very important that you do that. All right, so that is something you need to do. Now, of course, once you actually get your blog set up, and if you don't know how to get your blog set up, you can go ahead and look at these themes. They've got lots of themes to choose from. There's actually a great theme coming out at the end of this week called Glide. And I actually cannot wait for that because Glide is going to be literally like a drag and pull and you know, drag and drop, where you can actually create your business the way you want to, create your blog the way you want to. So put things where you want. It's going to be an awesome plugin. But I think that was the wrong one. Yeah, let me go back. Sorry. We make mistakes. All right, so we have, that's theme settings. I think that's, where is it now? Where is it? Themes. I might not be able to find it straight away, but it is here, theme settings. Where is it? Does anybody know where the themes? Global settings menus. Wow. I think it's in the plugins and applications. They move these things around from time to time. Where are the themes? Okay, well, oh, there we go. Sorry, there are themes right here under theme settings. I'm blind as a bat. All right. So you've got themes here to choose from in your blog. And this is the great thing, is they keep adding to this. They keep adding to themes, so you can choose any one you want to. All right, and these themes just keep adding and adding and adding, which is really, really great. And you can make them active, and you can play around with all the settings. And you want to take a day or take a few hours and just do a bit of like investigating and how it actually works. Play around with it. Ask some questions. Figure it out for yourself. There's nothing better than working out something for yourself. It really gives you that sense of accomplishment. Remember, this is your business. You are in control. You've got to take care of it. So, yeah, these are the themes that you want to set up. All right, so once you've actually got your theme set up and everything's set up, ready to go, you want to go ahead and get into this 21-day blogging challenge. All right, so I'm going to click on that so you guys can see. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to start challenge again, or whatever it is, and you want to create new post. All right, now it'll say day 1 start the 21-day blogging challenge underneath here, and you want to click this over here. And now it's going to give you a place to add a new post. And now you're thinking, what's going to happen now? And they've created this great tutorial. It says today's template allows you to share your favorite YouTube videos around a common theme. What is the person or place or thing, common theme your videos are about? So you go ahead and you do this. You just follow the instructions. And I think I did something on, it was like mean tweets. I did one where I just took all the mean tweets that were on YouTube and I put them all together, and there were like 10 of them. And the more content you put on your blog, the better. You know, you don't want to do 1 or 2 and just leave it like that. The more content in your blog, the better. That's very, very important. And then you go ahead and create your post till it's done. All right. And the reason the 21-day blogging challenge is there is so that you can start to see how a blog works. It's going to give you ideas. It's going to give you ways that you can get information. I get asked this question so many times, what must I blog about? And then I'm like I must know what you must blog about, all right? Well, here's a clue. What is it that you search on YouTube all the time or Google all the time? What is it you're interested in? What is it that people are looking for? Maybe you're a mechanic. Maybe you're a baker, and you've got a ton of recipes that you want to share with people. Maybe you want to show people how you want to do things. In whatever you do, maybe you're a teacher and you just want to provide good content for your fellow teachers. You can blog about absolutely anything under the world as long as it's entertaining and interesting. Try and stay away from stuff like knitting, all right? I don't know how big the niche is for knitting, but you get my point. Make it something that's fairly interesting for people to talk about. Now, I'm into computers. I like computers. I don't think for one moment because I do computers that it's easier for me. And in fact, it makes it harder for me. The reason it's harder is because I always think about the background stuff to something. So when something is dead simple, I'm just making it more complicated than it really is. All right, so I'm going to give you an example. I actually make a post earlier on. I'm going to go to all my posts quickly. I made a post earlier today, and I want to complete it for you guys so you can see how simple it actually is. So I'm going to go to edit here. I'm going to edit this blog that I did. And I made a post. It's called 4 Smart and Free Secure Programs for Your Computer. All right, just a simple, plain post. Now, obviously, the more words you put in a blog, the better. And the reason why, I always say 2,000 words is a key figure, because when you do 2,000 words, you're bound to hit keywords in that particular niche, right? You naturally do it when you're writing on a certain subject. It just, for some reason, it comes together and you naturally hit keywords. So many people spend so much time on keywords, and it really isn't all that necessary if you're doing a lot of content. If you're making a blog that's got 2 sentences on it, yes, maybe you've got to work on keywords then. And keywords do help, but you don't need to make it the center point of your post. Don't try to work out and become a robot and count every keyword and do all that type of thing. Be as natural as you possibly can. All right, so I've got a post here, and I've just got a few paragraphs here of some programs that I recommend for people to use. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you how easy it is to use. All right. So I wrote a couple of paragraphs, and something you might want to do in your paragraph is, it's simple as this. You can highlight this over here, and you can say, right, I want to make this bold. All right. I want to make that bold. Okay, great. Now, let's just say, for argument's sake, you wanted to make following a hyperlink. In other words, when people click on that word, they can go to a link. All you need to do is go up to this insert link. So you insert a link, and you insert the link you want people to go to. And you can click this box if you want them to open up a new window. It's that simple. All right, just play around with it. So I'm just highlighting that. I want to insert a picture. So what I've done is I put Firefox. I'm going to press enter. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going ahead and I'm going to search for an image. All right, now I know that Firefox is fairly, it's fairly popular. So I'm going to put in your Firefox just to show you how easy this is. All right, so now you've got Firefox. That's the main subject of your search. Now, Firefox. What the heck? Sorry. Firefox. Okay, so I'm searching for Firefox. Now what you want to do is you want to go to images. So if you don't see images here, there it is. Click on images. Voila, you've got so many images to choose from. How do I get the image? I'll show you now. right? But there's something I need to share with you. If you're going to be using pictures on the internet, you need to make sure that you're not using images that are copyrighted. And people always are just grabbing images on YouTube, on Google, and they don't actually think about the fact that it might be copyrighted. Because the moment you put something online, it's copyrighted when you do it. When you create an image, that's your image. And people have been sued because of this. So I want to show you a way around that. What you do is you go to search tools over here and you go to user rights and you click on. You can say labeled for reuse with modification. You can say label for reused. So in other words, you click on this and it will show you all of the Firefox icons you can use on your website that you won't be sued for. So you're going to have a lot of choices here that you can choose from, Firefox. But Firefox are not going to really have a problem with you advertising. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose an image here. So I'm clicking on that image. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say save image as, and I've created this little thing called sample post, and I'm going to name this Firefox, and then I'm going to click on save. All right? So now I've saved the image. It's that simple. Okay? Now what I do, right. So I want to put the Firefox symbol right there. So what I do is I go and I'll go click on insert and I'll look for add media. Okay. Now what I want to do is upload a file. Okay, so I'm going to click on select files. I'm going to go to my documents, sample post, and I'm going to look for Firefox. And it's going to take a while for that to upload because I have such fast internet connection. All right, so there's the image, right? Supposedly, there's the image. Now I'm going to go and say insert. This is going to take a while. Okay, so here's the image. Now, you can't see the image because my internet is chronically slow. But if it's too big, because you're thinking, wow, this is just massive, you just scroll down here, you left click, hold it down, and you drag it to a smaller size. And this is where Collage2 takes care of everything for you. You don't need to worry about it. It's taken care of. All right, so there's the actual image, all right? I know, there's the image right there. Now what I want to do is I want to actually make it so when people go to that particular image, they can click on it, all right? So when somebody clicks on this, they will get taken to Firefox where they can download it. So what I do, I go here to my search engine bar. I'm looking at the web, remember? And now I'm going to go and look for downloading Firefox. So I'm going to right-click this, copy link location. I'm going to go back to my over here, and now I want to make this clickable. So I'm going to click on the link, and I'm going to paste here. Enter the destination URL. There's the URL. It's long as hell. That actually doesn't look right. No, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. My mistake, guys. Let me do this again. Okay, so I'm going to click on this. Sorry, I think something went wigged out there. So here's the website right there, Firefox. I'm going to right-click this, go back to my blog. I'm going to insert the URL right there, and I'm going to make it so that when you click on it, it'll open up in a different browser, in a different window, and you can add a description if you want to. And now I'm going to click on update. So now that link is clickable. Now there's something else I want to show you, and this often helps with video. So you want to put in, this often helps with the blog. If you can put a video right at the beginning, it helps people. Some people don't like reading, but if you make the video interesting enough, they will actually go and read the information down below. So I'm going to insert a video. So I'm going to say, right, insert video right there. Now I've got a choice. I can say general or embed. I normally go for embed, and I'm going to show you why in a second. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this actual video that I made right here. And I'm going to go scroll down here to share. And I'm going to click on embed. Right? And I'm going to see this whole thing is going to be highlighted for me to copy. I'm going to say show, so I can see the video. And there's a couple of options down here you want to look at. So I normally take this one off because I don't want people looking at other videos and get distracted by my blog. All right, so it says show suggested videos when the video finishes. So I untick that. Show player controls. I have no problem with that. Show video title and player action. So in other words, that title at the top of the video that normally shows, you want to take that away, because if somebody clicks on that, they'll go straight to YouTube and get distracted because they saw a Barbie doll or whatever the case is. So you want to untick that as well, right? That keeps people on your blog. It also makes your blog look a little more professional. All right. Now what you do is you can go up here and you can highlight, select all, copy that, go to your blog, insert, paste, there's your blog. There's your video. Insert, and there it is, right there. Now you can do what you like. You can center it. You can put it to the right. I like to keep it just there. All right, so that's all done and dusted. Okay, so let's carry on here. So hopefully that makes sense. It really isn't too difficult. You just got to play around with these things here. It's almost like Word, okay? Just play around with them. Do some research on what it does. If you have any questions, go to here and click for help. Now it's going to say select a pop under. No, I don't want to do that. That's more advanced. You can look at that if you want to. A call to action. This is so important. At the end of your blog, you want to have a call to action, all right? Meaning you want a way that you can turn the conversation and perhaps give people a way to click on the offer that you have within Empower Network, all right? Because remember, Empower Network is about you offering people opportunities to make money online. So one of the ways that you can do it is you can offer them a chance to join your team. And so you want to go ahead and select a call to action. Now you can select so many, all right? And I like to choose the viral blogging system right here, okay? That way people get set into a habit of creating a blog. And if you'll actually see what it looks like afterwards. Over here, I've got some SEO title settings. I've just taken my same title at the top, changed it a bit, because I just want the and free over there to make it a little different. But you can do what you want. And now I've got some keywords here. And all I've done is I've taken words inside of here and I've placed them in the keywords. Now, there is a lot of advanced stuff you can learn on keyword research. And that's why there's additional training inside of Empower Network for you to do. All right. That's why we encourage you to buy the product so you can learn how to do this. All right. But for the basic information, you can just put what you need to. All right. And then you have a short description that tells people what your blog is about. All right. Shown on homepage or category page. Yeah. Okay. So, so maybe if you've got like a section on your blog where you can do a summary, you can have an excerpt there. I might do that. I might just copy this right here and I'll put that right down at the bottom there as well. Okay. And then of course you want an image, because images really stand out. Now I chose an image. I was doing this very quickly. I just chose this image over here, and the same procedure. You just go ahead and upload a video the same way I show you how to do. And you're going to upload a video here, which will be your featured image, which means when people go into your blog post and you've done the blog yesterday, it's going to be shown on the right-hand side or at the bottom, wherever you've got the blog post showing. All right, you want to have that going. And then, of course, you can allow comments. And that's it. And now I'm going to actually publish this blog. And, of course, here, this is another thing. When you're doing your 21-day blogging challenge, let's say you understand how a blog works and you don't really need to go through that puzzle or that step-by-step process of doing a blog a day. You can actually just create your own blog and then tick this 21-day blogging challenge option here. And that will immediately put you into the blogging challenge. So you can actually blog every day and get in with the competition and you might actually win a prize, like Pat Patterson did. So I just tick that. All right. Once I've made these other categories that I've chosen, but like this is on computer stuff. So computer setup, I've got a couple of other categories. Let's see. I think that's about it. Product reviews. Yes, there we go. And products to buy, maybe. And yeah, that's it. And that's basically all you have to do. And then, of course, you just say publish. Just wait for this to finish. Okay, so now my blog is ready to be seen. All right, now my blog is ready. Now I'm going to tell you something a lot of people won't tell you. All right, you have to understand this. I'm going to explain the process for you. Okay, here's my blog post right here, so you can see it. Guys, does it make any difference if you see my face right now, or can I just carry on talking with the computer so you guys can see what I'm doing? If you wouldn't mind just answering that question, it'd be really helpful. I sometimes think I need to be talking to the camera. Anyway, so here's my blog, 4 smart and free secure programs for your computer. And here it is. All right, and there's my video. Now, you see when I play this video, what happens? You'll notice there's no title. There's a toolbar. It looks clean and it's professional. A lot of people just dump in a video and they don't really do that embedding trick that I do. It makes it look a lot more professional. And as you can see, here's my blog. These are my pictures. So if I click on this, it's going to open up a new window and it's going to take me straight to Firefox. Okay, and I've done the same here with Spybot. And I've done the same here with Avast, and the same here with Zone Alarm. And as you can see, here is the presentation. This is the viral blogging system. And they click on this, and as I click on that, they'll be taken to the Colatu product, the flagship product, where people can actually check it out, and they can join if they want to. All right, so this is one of the sales pages inside of Empower Network. All right, and then of course, in your setting up, you've got all of these icons here. That's gonna your Twitter account, your Pinterest account, your Google Plus account, and your Facebook account. Now, I want to show you how powerful this blogging system actually is. All right, I'm going to show you now. I've cleaned my cookies out before I started this. And this is the first time I'm doing this. I want to show you something. I'm going to type in here, best Craigslist training. Okay, that would be a keyword. I think people would actually type that in, best Craigslist training. I'm gonna search for that, and I want you to notice something. Look at. I'm right there on the first page underneath these videos. I'm the first one on the best Craigslist training. You click on that, takes me straight to my blog. Okay, that's simple, and it's all there. And then I've got a picture of my actual blog. And if you don't know how to capture that, you can use something like Jing over here. If you don't know how to use Jing, just go to YouTube and say how to use Jing. I made this. I'm not very good at graphics. I used a program called I think it's called not Photoshop. I used PowerPoint, and all I did was I just created this little frame. I put the video in there and I put a border around it. And all I did was I went to YouTube and I just said how to get this done, how to create a border, that sort of thing. Remember, Google is your friend. YouTube is your friend. Then I made a blog post about it, and I actually uploaded this video to the Hosting and Empower Network. Now, this is something else I want to talk to you guys about while we're on the subject of the Colatu blog. There are two versions of Colatu. There is the basic version and there is the premium version. Now, people say, what's the difference? Well, the difference is that with premium, you get so many more plugins, all right? If you go to plugins and applications over here, I think like 6 of these are grayed out that you can't use. These are extra plugins that you can use. And if you don't know how to use them, they've got tutorials inside of Colatu Premium. And Colatu Premium is really Colatu Basic, but it's kind of like, it's gray, it's taking out all the gray sections out. So the Basic is just giving you kind of like a portion of the blog, and then Colatu Premium is going to give you everything that you need. And the great thing with Colatu Premium is that you get what they call media hosting. Now, I want to take you to that right now so you can see what I'm talking about. We have products, media hosting. So now if you wanted to, like I've got these videos over here that I use that I can play, but I can go ahead and once I've uploaded it to the hosting, I just say get embed code like that. And it's actually going to give me options where it says, right, do you want it to auto start? No. Do you want it, you can say, yes, I want it to auto start. Disable seeking, basically meaning, do you want the video to play off last time where they left off? You can say no. Loopback playing, no. Disable forwarded seeking. I think that's the reverse of that. I may be incorrect, but basically you get all these settings. You copy the clipboard and you just paste it in your embed code inside of Colatu. And you get hosting with Colatu Premium, which gives you up to 50 gigs. That's a tremendous amount of space you can use. All right, so that's the great thing about Colatu Premium. The other thing about Colatu Premium is that with the comp plan in Empower Network, normally your comp plan works that when you get your first sale, it's a pass-up. But with Colatu Premium, the first sale goes straight to you. And that's always something that people want. And you also get a lot more commissions on Colatu Premium. I don't know exactly how much it is, but it's I think it's like I think it's 100% commissions. I'm not 100% certain on that. It may be 70. But you also get this thing called 7-minute blog hacks on Colatu Premium. And the blog hacks are so helpful. It's kind of like a course inside of the Colatu package where they're going to give you some blog hacks, where they'll give you a whole whack of videos that will explain things, how you can blog easier, little tricks you can do with your blog, how hack your blog with code, create a blog editorial calendar, and they're videos that last about 7 or 8 minutes. And then you've got, and they add a new blogging hack I think it's every week or every 2 weeks. So this is just going to get filled with training all the time. It's got traffic hacks. It's going to give you ideas for traffic, some free, some paid. It's going to give you some sales hacks to how to sell effectively. It's going to give you some media hacks where you can go ahead and find ways that you can turn pictures into your own personal pictures. And then this one just came out recently. I haven't really looked into that one, but they are always awesome and terrific. And here's the other thing about Colatu Premium. Once you get Colatu Premium, you're going to be given training every week from Empower Network. All right, so every week from Empower Network, they're going to be sending you information and saying, right, we're having a training that's going to be coded to you. Nobody else can get that training except Colatu Premium members. And you're going to have like an hour and a half with Travis, who's the product director for Empower Network. And he's going to show you everything you need to know inside of Empower Network and inside of the Colatu Premium and how to use it effectively. And that's what everybody wants to know. People say, how do I build my blog? How do I do this? How do I do that? Get a Colatu Premium. And if you're watching this right now, you can get access to Colatu Premium by just going to that button on the right-hand side where it says Get Colatu Premium, 7-minute blog hacks, premium themes, premium plugins, exclusive training. Get that, and you can give it a try for like 17 bucks, I think. But it's tremendous value for what you're getting. So I highly, highly recommend that you get into the Colatu Premium because you need to start investing in yourself, all right? That's very, very important. All right. So, wow, I covered a lot of information in just an hour. I hope that's made a lot of sense. If it hasn't, please tell me. I really appreciate the feedback. But if I could also say, you know, the other products that Empower Network have that have really helped me has been the Inner Circle. The Inner Circle is tremendous. Now, when you think about the Inner Circle, you don't really, I don't think you really understand the value until you actually start to listen to it. I mean, there's nothing I can really say other than it transformed the way that you think. I know that Sonia listens to it daily, and it's changed her mindset tremendously. You want to get that, because that is your fuel. That's going to get you planting. That's going to get you watering those seeds every single day for 5 years, if you understand what I'm saying. So you want to get that Inner Circle. And if you think about it this way, right? If you get a Collazo Premium and Inner Circle, and you get those core products that are available to you, you're only paying $216 a month, okay? For a business. Let me get back to my picture. Okay, so when you get Collazo Premium, Collazo Basic, and Inner Circle, all of those add up to $216 every single month. All right, I mean, that is such a saving if you think about it. If you had to create your own business, offline business, I guarantee you're going to be spending way more than that. That's every single month. And then, of course, you've got Top Producer, you've got Team Builder, and Mass Influence. Those are other products that you can upgrade to. Now, you're no way obligated to buy any other products. If you want to, you can be where you are right now and say, you know what, I'm just going to stick with the bare minimum until I actually make a sale. But I'm telling you the truth now. The reason it took me 8 months to make my first commission was because I never had the training. I never invested in myself. And I want you guys to get there quicker. Now, absolutely, you can probably make it sooner than I can, being in a first world country, absolutely. But understand that when you get more training and when things make a lot more sense to you, because of the input you're getting from other people who have been there, who have actually taken the time to give you Top Producer, to give you Team Builder, to give you Mass Influence, you're going to be astounded at how much information is actually there. All right, and don't forget my favorite product, the 15K formula. I praise the thing to the high heavens. It's way better than my strategy I use that I'm teaching tomorrow. But I'm gonna make you this deal. If you get all in, you decide, you know what, I'm just gonna go all in. I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do it. Get all in. All right, and you can be invited to my training tomorrow. I will send you a link that is going to be specially sent to you, nobody else. I don't expect a lot of people to be on that hangout. All right. But I'm going to be giving you exclusive access to my training that I do that gets results for me every single day. And I virtually get sales every day. And it really, really works for me. And I want to expose you to that as kind of like a springboard to get you there a lot faster than you would be if you were just going through the process and watering that plant. I want to give you something to build on. But I'm only working with serious people. Now, I know a lot of you can't afford it. And that's fine. I mean, if you can't afford it, I understand. But you have to understand that it took me 2 years to work out that strategy, that where I've got it perfect. And the only way I really got there was when I started to invest in my training. So, you know, hopefully, if you do decide to go all in, you'll see the value in all of those products. And don't forget, if you decide to go all in, you've got to send a support ticket to say, hey, please unlock the extra products of the 15K Costa Rica Intensive and the Masters Retreat. Make sure you send a support ticket to say, please unlock that information, and then they'll unlock it for you. And you can see why I've been raving about the 15K formula. It's just tremendous. All right. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm doing a workshop tomorrow for people who are all in. All right. People that have actually gone all the core products. And once you have that, just, you know, send me some proof that you got it. Show me the email, and that's perfectly fine. Then I will send you that link to the personal training I'm doing tomorrow. And I do understand that not everybody can be part of that. That's completely understandable. And maybe it's just going to take you a bit longer to get there. But do whatever you can. Do whatever you can to make this possible. I really want to see you succeed. All right? I want to see you succeed. And the only way that you're going to succeed is you have to go through this process. You have to go through this grind. It's not going to get to you like magic. It isn't going to happen that way. Anything that you've accomplished in your life that has been of tremendous value and worth has come through hard work. All right? Sometimes the process is actually simple, but it's just hard work because you've got to remain consistent all the time. So I hope that has been helpful. I can see we've got, just having a look at the comments right here. Thank you, Aileen. Hey, thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. Thank you, Joe, for all your comments. I really do appreciate what you're saying. I want you guys to succeed, and I want you guys to prosper. And, you know, I'm not making these numbers up. I do get results. And that's why I'm on the leaderboard. All right, so let me show you something here. I don't do this to brag at all. I just want to show you that I do know what I'm talking about. The last 30 days, I'm number 3. All right. The last 7 days, where am I? I don't think I'm on here. I'm not on the last yesterday, but I'm on the last 7 days, number 2. And I've been succeeding quite well, but I haven't got to the 6 months yet. But I plan to get up there very soon. But I am all over the leaderboard, and I want you guys to understand that I'm not making this. There's Sonia right there. Hey, Sonia, congratulations, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, so just so you know, what I'm... Sorry, I never shared that. Wow, what a doofus. Sorry, guys. As you can see, I'm on the leaderboard here. I'm number 3. I'm beating Pat Patterson. He's number 6. I'm on here, number 2. And there's Sonia Harris. Well done, Sonia. Really, really well done. So I'm the real deal. I'm not making this up. And hopefully you guys can understand that I do want you to succeed. All right. So with that said, I hope this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions, please send them to you. Send them to me. I hope that's answered some questions. I hope that's made sense. Let's see. There's one more thing I wanted to cover right at the end. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to talk about this. You need to get people, you need to get eyeballs to your offer. Okay, whatever it is. You can be blogging about whatever. You can be blogging about, you know, Amazon products, about ClickBank products, about, you can be blogging about the Colatu products, about Empower Network. You can be blogging about absolutely everything. But the object is to get eyeballs to that offer, and then to capture the email address. And that's why Empower Network has it all set up for you. They've got follow-up, they've got sales capture pages that you can use in the follow-up. Yeah, I have to show you this. If I'm going to show you this, I'll never forgive myself. Hold on. There we go. Let me show you. Empower Network has what they call promotional funnels. Right, they've got the truth and hype right over here. They've got it in Spanish and English. They've got the perfect storm funnel, the Colatu Premium trial. They've got 21-day blogging challenge. They've even got live webinars that you can promote. They've even got join pages that you can promote. So you can promote the inner circle if you want to. You can promote top producer, team building formula, mass influence, all sorts of stuff. They're bundles that you can promote. Where you can get somebody started off at just the builder level, level 4. They've got it broken down for you. If you got Top Producer, they've got something here called Squeeze Page, where you can actually create your own capture pages. I mean, isn't that fantastic with Top Producer? You can actually go ahead and create your own squeeze page here. They've got these as capture pages you can use. Pat Patterson's VSL. I use it. Pat Patterson's bridge story. I use that in my follow-up sequence. I use that because it converts 50% more than everything else. So that's why it benefits you to upgrade to other products. All right, so yes, I think that's about it. I think I'm going to stop now. So if there's any questions, as I said, nobody seems to be asking questions. Thank you so much for your encouraging words, guys. I really do appreciate it. You guys are my fuel every single day. There's no ways that I could have got to where I am without you. Thank you so much. And let's create a community of encouragement, a community where we're going to help other people, because the only way that you're going to get people to succeed, or the only way you're going to get yourself to succeed, is by getting other people to succeed. You know, just in the basic idea of giving people encouragement. When you encourage other people, they appreciate that. And more than often, they reciprocate. All right? There's no ways that you can encourage somebody without them giving you some sort of thing back. When you help another person, you know that just the basic act of giving somebody money, just saying, I want you to have this money, there's no way that you can do that without feeling a sense of gratitude. It cannot be done. I don't care who you are, it cannot be done. And so when you help somebody succeed, that really does give you a sense of gratitude. And when other people see that, that's what they're attracted to. They're attracted to you helping other people. And it starts with the tiniest of things, liking somebody's post, commenting on what they've said on Facebook, doing something like that. It really does go a long way. And that is exactly how you put yourself forward, by helping other people succeed. So with that being said, I hope this has been informative. I will see you guys on the next Hangout next week. If anybody does decide to go all in, let me know, send me an email, just proof of that, and I'll get you on that workshop tomorrow. I've got a couple of people on there, about 6 or 7 at the moment, who are booked to go. But there's always room if you want to be all in, you can have access to the training of mine. It really does work, and it really works effectively. But with that being said, I hope that this Hangout has helped you. You understand the process of building a business online with Kulatu and with Empower Network. And with that said, I'm going to say goodbye, and you have a great, great evening. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.